Live and direct. Guess where I am? Welcome to My City TV. And guys, I'm over here, basically in the backyard, in Miami Gardens, in Miami. The winds are starting to pick up. We're not going to get a full of those winds over here directly on us. But we're still getting winds. I don't know if you can see it, but my palm trees are beginning to swing. Um, when Helene was passing through, it actually knocked down my mango tree. So my mango tree's on the floor right now. I don't want to move the camera or anything like that to show you that the mango tree's on the floor. And I'm a little bit concerned. Hopefully it won't get to that level, but my uh, palm trees just keep moving so much, and I know they're pretty strong, but you never know. Even though we're not going to hit we're not going to get hit as hard over here. Biggest biggest concern for me right now is Sarasota, Bradenton, and Tampa. Like I said in one of the videos, and also Orlando. I have friends in Sarasota. I lived in Sarasota for about 12 years before I came back to Miami. I have friends in Bradenton, Tampa as well, and obviously my niece, my nephews, and her husband are in Orlando. And I also have friends in Orlando. So you always want to look out for that and stay on top of this storm because it's looking, even though it's a category 3, as they say now, coming in from a 5 to a 3. But the latest I heard was that this storm was actually grown, even though, but the winds are still high. So it's like a low 4-3, high 3. So the winds were actually high, um, and also it's grown. So that's a concern. Even though it doesn't mean, a lot of people don't understand that because the storm goes down in winds, you're gonna get more area covered when it grows. And also you have a lot of tornadoes. I mean, the last time I saw the update, there was about 115 tornadoes in the area within the whole state, So it's not only affecting that big part where it's going to hit, but it's also affecting other areas in the state that we have to have a concern and also be safe, seek shelter. I'm out here right now, but I'm about to go inside soon, because you never know, right? Like I said, I have a mango tree on the floor right now, and that was from the last hurricane, and didn't even come near here. So that can tell you a little bit of how the winds can get with a hurricane, especially at this category of magnitude. So we got to make sure we're safe, first of all. Material things come and go, but we got to make sure that we're safe, first of all, right? And hoping for the best. I'm really hoping for the best. I'm praying that there's not a big disaster. I said it before in a video. I didn't actually live Andrew, but I saw the disaster that Andrew had a category 5 when it came in through Homestead over here in Florida, and what it did and knocked down everything on the ground. It was just a disaster. It was like everything was on the floor, and it created a lot of concern. There wasn't light for days. You couldn't get ice. You know, there was people selling buckets of like squares of ice for like about $20 during that time, and ice for like $20. So it gets insane. It's not something that you want to live, especially when you have no light, you have kids, you have pets, all those things take into consideration. So it's never easy. I'm not dressed with the Canes gear because the Hurricanes are playing. Not at all, by any means. This is a serious matter, but it's just a coincidence. I put the gear on, and just hoping for the best, praying for my friends, family out there, and remember, you gotta stay safe. You gotta stay safe. That's the number one thing. I hear people don't want to evacuate. They want to stay in the area. I know you want to take care of your belongings or try to take care of your belongings, but the storm surge in these areas where it's going to really hit big. It could be the 12 to 15 feet. And that's not good. That could cover a whole house, right? We got to be careful with those things. I mean, we gotta really take this as a serious storm. Remember Katrina? what happened in New Orleans, right? All the chaos that it caused. These storms are serious. And bring a lot of tornadoes with them. So, with that being said, be careful out there. I'm not gonna make a long video because I don't want to continue to alarm people. There's enough with the news, right? But remember, there's lions down, um, water, the floods are going to occur. There's a lot of things that are going to happen throughout this storm, right? As it goes, and you never know what else can happen. So you really got to look out for yourself. You really got to seek shelter always. Evacuate your areas, like a lot of people have done already. But there's some people that probably haven't evacuated, and those are the ones that don't want to follow those instructions. But trust me, it's a serious thing. I would evacuate myself. I wouldn't get myself into a situation, especially with me or my family, get them in a situation where, you know, something is life threatening. You don't want that. Like I said, materials, things gonna go, but you can't bring a life back. The most important thing is a life. There's a lot of things that take place during these storms. The loss of electricity, cables on the ground, water is flowing. You got animals, you can have snakes, you can have so many things going on um, when this is going on. And not only that, but the trees, like I said, I have a tree on the floor. Trees can fall, it can fall in the car, so be careful when you put your car down a little. See how the winds are starting to pick up? So, be careful when you put your car. Also, because I've seen in the past, in my years here in Miami, where a tree has actually fallen on a car. And, one of the hurricanes I spent over here, I went to a friend's house. Let's have a hurricane party because you want to relieve that tension and so forth. And the next morning when we get up, there was a tree on top of his hood, on top of the car. So that was crazy. These are things that happen. So that's why we have to always be careful, prepare. If wind comes into your house, if there's a tornado, if there's wind coming into your house, I've learned, throughout the years and instructions, you go to the bathroom, go to a closet, get a mattress to stains the winds and things like that. And a couple of advice, that you always want to secure your home, you want to secure your car, and you want to secure the area where you're in because you never know. You know, you always have to be prepared for the worst. The more prepared you are, the better. Like I said, right now I'm about to go inside because I see the gusts and the winds and the palm trees are moving a lot, and I don't want to risk, one of these palm trees falling out because, especially getting hit by a coconut. I don't want that. I want my palm trees to stay up. But as we're talking, and I'm doing this video, you see how the winds are continuing to pick up because the storm's getting closer. And those gusts are just going around and coming around, and it's just going to continue to do that as the closer as we get. So that's why I wanted to do a little bit of a video right now and talk a little bit about that. Relieve a little bit of the tension. We already have a lot of alertness with this, and we need it. We need it. A lot of people say I don't want to watch the news no more. I'm tired. I was actually watching the Mets game right now, and they were up 4-1. But I wanted to do this video, so I'm happy for the Mets because that's my second team, and I'm happy they went up 4-1. But I'm not talking sports right now. Like I said, I don't want to derail. I always say I don't want to derail from the videos, but I'm talking about serious stuff. And this is reality. This is serious. This is something that can harm somebody, and harm a lot of things. And that's why we got to be precautious. We can never be too safe. You got to be over safe, right? You got to be more than safe. Every precaution that you can take, getting food, getting water, getting generator, whatever you got to do, right? And if you get a generator, remember, as a device, make sure you don't have it inside your house. Carbon monoxide and all those things. I don't know how, really, I don't know how technology has advanced with generators nowadays because I haven't had, I don't have to use one right now, so I'm not sure. But luckily, we're not getting the worst over here in Miami Gardens. But I really am worried about my friends and my family up there. But I know that God is going to come through, man, and it's going to protect everybody. So I'm very hopeful for that. I'm very happy for that. And I just wanted to share a little video, because I'm going to continue to watch the game right now, go inside, and keep track of this hurricane. And, it's a last thought. Be safe, seek shelter, take care of yourself. All right? Each and every time. You don't know. See you come again. Watching me.